Hi anyone, I'm Luppi and we are playing some more Mario Minecraft. We we did a lot of work in the end last time. We have Goombas and note blocks and a farm, basically. So that's really cool. I don't know what else we're going to be doing at this point. Oh, you know, one thing I was thinking about. It's a little excessive, but I wouldn't mind at some point, not today, not tomorrow, terraforming the entirety of the end, or at least this island. It'd be kind of cool to terraform the entire end, I guess, you know, have it be populated by things that aren't just the usual stilt guy endermen. We'll have to see. You're pushing me around and I don't like it. What do I want to do? Do we have buckets still? I feel like we should, right? We never brought those back. And we hopefully didn't lose them. I'm not seeing them though. Oh, there we go. Cool. Aha, take that. Still trapped. So how are you guys doing this week? I had a normal week up until I started to come down with a bug. And my throat's been pretty full of frogs since then. I know that's kind of how it usually is. I'm quite the frog harborer. Isn't there a species of frog that does that where they like swallow their eggs? Like the male will do that, or the female. And then they'll vomit up their eggs, like as they hatch. I feel like that's a thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just misremembering like the Suriname toad, which is the one that keeps their eggs on their back. Okay. Not ideal. But that's fine. We didn't die. That's the important thing. And now we are going back home to gather stuff. Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay. Is there a thing? Okay, it was just a weird sheep. It was just a weird shape I saw. Okay. That's fine. That's acceptable. So I don't remember entirely, but down here there was lava, right? So that's what I want. I want our lava. Is it storming? Huh. I didn't notice. Weird. So I believe it's been a while since we've been down here, right? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. But I feel like if we just go down the waterway, right? Yeah. All right. There we go. Doesn't have to be anything too complex. Doesn't have to be anything too terribly bad. But yeah, it's been a week for me. Like, I got a bit sidetracked on other projects, not for the channel, just like personal things. I'm trying to get more into doing other creative stuff. I'm trying to force myself to have the time to do that. I was goofing off making. I was actually just transcribing like 8-bit sprites and like Game Boy sprite from characters from like Zelda games and Pokemon. Just to get the experience. Like I've never really I don't really think in terms of drawing, like bit by bit. So it's been kind of a neat process trying to learn that. Oh, you're coming for me. Okay. Lucky for me, you move weird. So, onward we go. Fortunately for me, I don't really... You know, in real life, being in a forest would be the worst place. I mean, not the worst place, because you got all the trees. But at the same time, like, all the trees, man. That's not good. Oh, hey. Show me some magic, Magic Koopa. Here we go. And back to the end. What a way to be. What a thing to get caught in, a thunderstorm right when we get back. That's wild. It's kind of like, it reminds me of being a kid and like being forced to work on like family projects outside, and then suddenly we get a thunderstorm out of nowhere. Well, I guess we're not doing anything today. I don't know. Yeah, I've been donking around with it. I had a lot of fun making like the Octoroks from Link's Awakening and Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages. Like, I love those Octoroks for so much. I don't know why the Game Boy Octoroks are such charming little freaks, but I love them. Like, I really do think the Game Boy Octorok is like the peak Octorok. I'm definitely a fan of like the Minish Cap for keeping that kind of same style. Not a fan of how they look in Ocarina of Time or the Wind Waker. I mean, the Wind Waker, they're kind of cool because they're like giant squids. Like, that's pretty neat, actually. Okay, so what I want to do here is we need to make a chamber. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. Should have brought out a better... Okay, this is fine. So that's what I was doing, and what's it called? Like Sprite? Or Sprite? Like, whatever the sprite making, or like just point-by-point drawing software that people always tell you to use. It's like 20 bucks on its website. I think you can also get it through some other sites as well. And I think it has a free trial as well. I paid for it. It was fine. Like, I actually bought it, like, what, a year or two ago? And I messed around with it a little bit. Like, I've got a bunch of, like, really terrible kind of goof-off sprites I made. Like, the really cool thing is, like, it does allow you to animate stuff, so you can actually make proper sprites and just learning how to set things up to actually make, like, a proper sprite sheet is really cool. Depending on... Like, if you're trying to make a game, like, depending on your game engine, like, they've got very specific ways that the sprite sheets need to be set up. Some don't, you know, some are a little more customizable, I guess, or forgiving. And some are like, nope, if you don't have everything exactly perfect, we are not even going to be able to play with this at all. Suck it, idiot. I mean, that's just how it goes. But yeah, I was donking around with that a little bit. It really made me think, like, I need to do more creative stuff. I think that's something I've been missing. I've been a little burnt out lately. So we'll see. I don't want anything to eat up all my time. I say, with the YouTube channel that eats up all my time. Like, it's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, I made I made some Octoroks, made a Pikachu. And what else? What other cool things? I haven't really done any cool things other than that, I guess. Kind of used it to draw some like really basic pictures of me, Luppi. That was kind of cool. And then I don't know. I just wish I could do more. Or I wish I was always doing more, I guess, is more or less what I want to say. That is not big enough. Okay, we need to make this slightly bigger. I know what I want to do. Really? Okay, we need another pickaxe. I don't think we have any metal, but we do have stone, and we should still have sticks, so that's fine. So what I'm trying to do is set up like a small underground cobblestone factory. Not a factory, but you know, like generator. Let's get some sticks and then let's continue to get going. Cause I don't want to be here forever. At this point, I think we've been in the end a lot, maybe too long. So I feel like we are kind of at the point where it's about. Really? Thank you. I appreciate you, you ding-dongs. Okay, and then... I mean, we'll keep it. Yeah, that'll be fine. No! Stop. Stop. Get back in here. Where'd my seeds go? There we go. Hey, idiots. Where'd you go? Gonna stick you in the storage room and name you all as emergency provisions. There we go. I mean, it's not ideal having them in the house. We should make like a little... should make a little island for them so we don't have to hear them clucking all the time. Make ourselves little Goomba coop. Although there is a part of me that's like, it would be really nice to just set up this island where we could just have them be kind of like endemic to the island. That would be fascinating. That'd be cool. That's something, that's kind of why I'd like to terraform the main island as well. Like the main island here and the main island at the like the main like portal entrance island. So like we could have different animals on them. That would be really cool, I think. Okay, so I know where we are now. We are right under the thing. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm not that tired. This is morning for me, like late morning. So we're recording this later than I'd like, but earlier than we usually do. I mean, in general, like not today. That more or less right. I feel like I heard 5. I think I've also heard 4, but it's fine. It is what it is. This gosh darn stuff is gonna take forever. But hey, at least we'll have cobblestone generating endlessly forever. As long as we have the will to mine it. I mean, that's the next level, is you set it up where you don't have to mine it at all. I don't know if that's possible. I feel like it's kind of possible even in this version of Minecraft. Like I always say, like Wii U, this version of Minecraft, it can't do anything, and it's like there's a lot of exploits. And in some ways, like, because things change when they update the game, like there's actually more exploits in the older versions than there are in the newer ones. Not always. There's a lot of... They've changed things around and made it a little friendlier, a little harder. Like, they change things around. So it depends on how you feel about things. What you do. Whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's how it always is when a game updates, though. You can't make everybody happy. There's always going to be someone with a very specific thing where it totally gets broken. That's life. Can't get too terribly upset about it. Okay. And then I had the worst day yesterday when I was editing and exporting the video I was gonna have for, you know, our Mario upload. And unfortunately that didn't pan out. Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. Cause yeah, it would be... There we go. So yeah, we don't have Yoshi's Island DS uploaded today. Unfortunate. You're gonna have to make do with no commentary Yoshi's story until I figure things out. Which is unfortunate. When I exported the video, I saw that it was blurry to the point you couldn't even like see what was going on. And on one hand, that's kind of what happens when you enlarge the video. The Nintendo DS, recording Nintendo DS videos for virtual accounts on the Wii U is kind of weird because the Nintendo DS is really small on the screen. So that kind of affects the recording, and then enlarging it after the fact also affects the recording. So, I mean, it's going to be the same thing no matter which way I put it, right? Because we do it like that, right? I'm not dumb here. I've never really set one of these up. So, if we make a mistake, then it's a learning experience. A frustrating one, but a learning experience nonetheless. Look at that. Let there be boiling hot light. Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna... Other way. Go up here. I'm not gonna look you in the face. Gonna grab. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. Am I dumb? I think I made these too big. Too long. Okay. Or do we have to... Okay. There we go. Okay. So the water can't get into the hole if the lava's there, so you have to do the lava last. Gotcha. Glad we figured it out. Glad we got it covered. And then we just do that. We do that. Let that move in. And there we go. Nice. Oh, yeah. That is very dumb. But hey, at least we can have infinite stone if we need it, as long as we're willing to mine it. Hooray. Because golly gosh knows, we used a lot here. And if we wanna terraform the entire end, even if it's really small, like the Wii U version is, it's still gonna require a crap ton of resources. And we can't really, I mean, we could mine out the entire world. We could mine out the entire overworld, and then, what I actually would like to do is we're gonna take the end stone. We're gonna keep our end stone. And we are gonna bring that back as a trophy. And we are probably going to leave some buckets and random tools. It's fine. We can always mine more to get better stuff. Did I lose my sword? No, I did not. It's right there. Brilliant. Cool. Oh wow, you guys are just dropping eggs all over the place. Okay, so we have created a end vacation home. I also did look up the note block stuff, and I don't really properly understand it, but I think I have a better idea of how it works and why it works than I did before, so that's cool. So that's something we can mess around with later at some point. Okay, so what we really need to do is we need to do something else. We need to do other stuff. That is the point. The point. Come on. What I really wouldn't mind doing, if we're gonna terraform things, and if we're just gonna be committed to like treating this as a forever Minecraft world at this point, and we're never really gonna ever properly stop. Thing I would like to do is, again, I'd like to terraform the end, but I would also like to terraform the nether as well. I know, those are both very big projects. So, what am I? Oh yeah, we got a lot of end stone. But we might as well use it. It's been a while since we did anything in the overworld, I feel. That wasn't just like gathering supplies. So, honestly, I'm kind of rethinking how I'm doing this a little bit. And I kind of wonder if it would be better to have like a border so it's like contained, you know, like our end farm is contained. Because as much as I love the chorus forest, it is kind of all over the place. And it doesn't need to be. And we're gonna need a pickaxe. I should have brought a pickaxe with me, unfortunately. Really? Oh, I see ya. Are you just a ding-dong without... I see you. Okay, so you're just a little guy. Gotcha. Oh, hey, there's another one. There's two of them. The babies are after me. Yeah, come here. Show me your moves, baby. Where'd the stuff that the other guy dropped? Ah, oh, man, there's more. Why are there so many dead babies? What is this? What's going on? Is this what I get for not... for being away for so long between the netherization of the thing and the... I don't know. Weird. Okay, that's not exactly what we wanted, but it's fine. It's also like it's kind of wild just how little progress we make with all the. I say that we only used up the 2 small ones, I think. So it's a different. It's a little. It's not quite like we made a lot of progress. I get it. Let's do what we can though. And maybe get some dirt or sand and see if we can't, and shears, and see if we can't get this thing a little more how I want it. A little contained. Clearly artificial, but still very much contained. And expanded. Yeah, we're gonna expand the chorus forest. It's been a while. We've talked about it a bunch of times, so it's nice to actually spend some time and actually do it. Like, as gross as these things look, like, I think they're neat. I wish Minecraft just I wish the Minecraft devs leaned in more and just made a bunch of weird and wacky, like, a lot more wacky flora. There we go. And I know they are. They do it. But still, I wish there was more of it. Like, there's a crap ton of weird plants in real life, so why can't there be even more crap? Why can't there be even more than real life? No, that's unreasonable. That's unfair. That's an unfair thing. Oh wow, we do have stuff. Amazing. We do have stuff. Good. We really should straighten out all this garbage, though, I would say. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, shears and dirt and sand. Well, we got sand. We should have grabbed it when we had it. But do we have... Okay, we got a end stone. That's cool, I guess. Do we have anything else? We got andesite and great gravel. Rare. Andesite it is, I guess. We still don't have any more. Okay, we got another sword. Lots of swords. Good. Always can use more swords. But I'm not seeing what I really want, which is... Okay. Okay. I think the shears, all of ours are probably at the farm, I would imagine. And I mean, it's a little bit away. It's not anything, but still. It's over there. In the dark. Speaking of dark, I also learned that some virtual console games, and I don't know why, but when they're recorded, they're just really dark. And I don't know why that is, like if it's just, like that's just how they were on the virtual console. Like, if they were made for like a display that would already be backlit, like the N64 and a TV, or the Nintendo DS games, then they're not made to like not be backlit, if that makes sense. I don't know. Oh, a pickaxe. That's right. Pickaxe and sand. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I hear you gurgling. Gurgle, buddy. Pickaxe. Pickaxe, pickaxe, pickaxe. Did I see one? I feel like we did, but I also feel like we didn't. Because I kind of lost focus. We just have broken ones. And one that's too good to use for this. Okay. Let's see, do we have a crappier pickaxe? Please, crappier pickaxe. I feel like that one's too good to use as well for what we're doing. Cool. And I guess give me sticks and cobblestone. And where is... There we go. And there we go. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Add that there. And let's deal with this, I guess. Really? Come on. Get into my grasp. Okay. And so here is the first of our... Oh, that guy's not big at all. And also, there's no... Did I already... I already harvested these guys, didn't I? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Because, what about you? Yeah, you're harvested. Okay. You are a part of a wild set. I don't know what's going to fall apart there. Okay, so let's harvest you. I mean, we don't need the shears, do we? We can just break it. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't really know where this guy ends. So we're just gonna get rid of all the ones that are up here. Just so I don't have to worry about it. Cool. Then because we harvested this one as well. Wait a second. Okay, so yeah, we do have some flowers and we do have some fruit. Okay. That's all I care about. Alrighty. Making progress. That's a lot of sand. Why is there so much sand? Okay. Cool, slightly more end stone for us. The nice thing is we don't have to worry about falling into the abyss. We just have to worry about falling into the ocean, I guess. As much of a threat that is, I suppose. I mean, it kind of is, in some ways. Where'd the other... There it is. I saw it. Can we get above air? Can we get above? Can we get above? There we go. And then one thing I saw that I haven't got a chance to play, I haven't got a chance to mess around with it at all, was somebody made a like N64 style or like a literal N64 ROM that's like a Minecraft clone. And I haven't gotten it to work on any emulator I own. So we'll see. Like I think that'd be really cool. Okay. So at this point, I'm fine with that. Let's actually, real quick, just double check. Okay. Your fish, that's beautiful. You'll love to see it. There we go. And I don't think we're going to, honestly though, there's a part of me that's like, it's fine, it's fine. We'll set the borders of this chorus forest, you know, it's fine. Welcome to the forest. I made it, some blah blah blah. I don't have any lyrics. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, Cal. Pretty neat. I don't know how far we'll go. I don't want it to interfere with fishing. So honestly, fine with that being the border. And yeah, we don't need to go. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll make other choices as we get there. You know. Yeah, we'll make our choices as we make them. As we get rid of more endstone, we will make other choices. That's life. That's how it is. Okay, let's fill in. We got more endstone, so let's fill in. See if we can't even this up a little bit. Nice. Perfect. Love to see it. Love the enthusiasm. But yeah, turns out recording various games is kind of a pain. Now, something I've slowly been learning as I've been paying attention to like what I actually like record and upload. That some things just, you know, it's not that hard to completely ruin it, and it's not that easy to actually record it somehow. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed actually, and really frustrated. And I think the gist is, if you want something to be a specific size, you're going to have to record it that size for the most part. I feel like you can shrink things down and not lose quality, but when you like make things bigger, they get really blurry. And maybe that's just the flaw of Wondershare Filmora. But I think that's just how it is. Like there's only so much detail each little individual pixel can capture. And I do think like I am held back by recording on a Mac. I think that's also another issue. That's something I will always blame for shortcomings. So I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm not completely defeated, but at the same time, like, I'm not triumphant at all at this point. I'm just kind of resigned. So I don't know. It's one of those things where like yesterday I just didn't have. I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure I did. We'll see. I mean, I understand the reasoning why the video failed or looked like garbage, but also I kind of need to do a few deep dives. I need to keep doing it until I get the quality I want, I guess, is what I'm saying. Which sucks because there's a lot of cool DS games on the Virtual Console that I was really excited to play. At the same time, though, I am kind of glad I haven't played like um Wild World, Animal Crossing Wild World, and ruined that. So, you know, silver lining. Procrastination sometimes saves the day. Yeah, we'll see. The worst case scenario is the virtual console is actually not a proper way to record video games at all. That would suck. That would be a lot of wasted money then, because that's why I bought those games. Well, some of them I bought to play. Some of them I bought to play. Some of them I bought specifically to record at some point in the future when I have the time to. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, we should have brought the andesite down and just kind of set up some borders too. Oh well, it's fine. Hey, look at that guy. Look at those guys, already starting to grow. We may have you guys too close together though, if we're being honest. Maybe being a little spread out would be beneficial. Okay, so... Oh yeah, torches. The torches were, I think, over here, right? And now that we have done that, another thing I'd like to do, and this is kind of a little, it's a pointless thing, I think, but it is something that kind of makes me, something I kind of feel might be a good idea would be to go back to the netherized area. Do we have stuff? And then wrong thing. There we go. Not a big deal, but it is a little thing. And then let's go back to the netherized area. We're not gonna start placing stone again yet. I think we'll do that next time. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just, I don't want to do it anymore. And we spent so much time doing it, and it never felt like we were getting close. And I know we've interrupted it with a few projects like, you know, building the ship. Building our little end base. Island, whatever. But, I don't know. I know it'll look cool when it's... I say it'll look cool when it's done. It'll look gross when it's done. It'll look like a hellscape we made. But, that's kind of the point, right? That's why we use the netherrack. Burns forever and looks like garbage. Much like my fury. Okay. Where is... There it is. I see it. So one little thing. Hey, I see you guys. Oh, that was a cow? Oh, there's a cow. Okay. I saw the pigs and I was like, okay. What? Why are you mooing? Why are you mooing? Okay. One thing I wouldn't mind doing, finding a good entry spot. 'Cause I don't want to ruin what we've already got going. But what's the point of having all this dirt under here? And we could, I guess this is fine. There we go. Yeah, what's the point of having all this dirt when we could use it for far more important things? So yeah, we're gonna be mining dirt for today. Don't ask me why. It's an idea that popped into my head and I was wondering how feasible it would be. Although it does open up the big problem of why didn't we just do this to begin with? It's probably too dark for you guys, isn't it? And there's not really an easy way out, is there? I guess I did that to myself. I feel like we've got torches, don't we? We better. Okay, so... yeah, that's fine. Like, I think it would be funny to have, like, a... we do not have torches. Dang. Darn. Oh. That's unfortunate. Maybe we got some in the airship. We can dream, right? We can dream, we can hope, we can oh, we can skulk about over here once again. Look at our wild, warm color expanses. I mean, it's not as gross as it could be. Like, at least this is like somewhat aesthetically readable, I suppose. But yeah, not ideal. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But think about all that dirt underneath this stuff. Think about all that sweet, mineable, exploitable dirt. Tell me it doesn't send a shiver down your spine. That might be a little weird, I don't know. I am a bit tired though. It's been a weekend. I hope I never have to waste like several hours trying to figure out something where the only answer is, yeah, it's borked. Move on. What a way to be. What a way to be. I really wish we had anything. Oh, we have 12 torches. That's better than nothing. So, my thought is... we take this. Why not? Okay. Turn these into planks, and then we have some cobblestone. We'll make a furnace, and then we'll just let coal happen that way, I guess. Wait a second. Okay, we got some iron pickaxes here. That's good. Not bad at all. And we don't have any cobblestone because we probably used it up already, didn't we? Cool, cool. Well, actually, we have this guy. Let's switch out. We don't need the big one. We don't need to waste the iron one for this. Night is falling, night is falling, night is falling, hooray. What's that? Oh, that's just the line. Okay. I was like, is the world breaking? And it's like, no, it's just the line. Okay, let's get back to our bed. And acquire cobblestone. Make a furnace. Get some coal. Get some torches. And then where will we go from there? I don't know. We can go everywhere. We can go anywhere we want. Probably just keep digging for dirt though under here. And so we'll be working on the netherization project and the. Let's see. Do we have any? I'm hoping for cobblestone, but I feel like we probably extracted it, didn't we? We extracted all our surplus value. All the stuff we needed at the time. Okay. Well, it's not like we don't have stuff, I guess, so that's fine. Where was our... There it is. There's the entryway. And look at that. Pieces right for the peeping. Or acquiring, whatever. Into the dark we go. Oh yeah, we left some stuff. Okay. Neat. And then we should have enough... Oh, but now we need a crafting table. It's always one thing or another, right? It's always one thing or another. I wish I had a plan. That'd make everything a lot easier, just having a plan. Okay, then what I need to do is we need to make... Oh, we need 2 more. Okay. That's on me, clearly. Then... Boop. 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 And then we just load you up with your own... Of course. So what is it that becomes... Or is it just normal wood? Is that it? Did I make a mistake by turning these into planks? I feel like we probably did. I feel like that's the lesson here. Okay, let's see if we got any wood, and let's try that out, and then we'll gather up our wood, I guess. Oak wood. There we go. Let's go to plank. Well, I guess we can keep the planks for fuel. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the way to do it. So I feel like that's how it was, right? You stick wood in the furnace, and then you turn that into charcoal. There we go. Yeah, it's wood. Gotcha. Nice. Okay, so now that that's going, I wouldn't mind doing another thing called that. And then we are going to stick our various random stuff in here as we dig for more dirt. And we turn the entire underground portion of this into a big hollow whatever. Hopefully we don't experience anything horrible. I feel like it's Minecraft, so things can go horrible pretty easy. But we don't have to let that affect our mentality. We don't have to let that affect us at all. We can choose to be above it. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good week, year, whatever. I know it is pretty rough, and it's gonna get rougher. Like, that's just the unfortunate bit of it all. I'd really, more than wanting to live in times that aren't like unprecedented, I'd like to live in a country or a world where the phrase elections have consequences isn't a constant dire warning in prophecy. I don't know. It seems like maybe if the system is set up where one party is craven, power-hungry psychopaths, and the other party is full of feckless cowards who won't hold the psychopaths accountable, and will go back to treating them like friends the moment like their bloodthirsty leaders are disposed. Like, I don't know. It's a really dumb system we've got set up here in the United States. Personally, not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of like random family members you've cut out of your life being like, oh yeah, I'm no longer a fan of this guy because I'm no longer a fan of the president because the policies hurt me. And it's like, we're not burying the hatchet. We're not burying the hatchet because you don't understand. Like, you choose to support people who hurt people. Like, that's the issue. I do care who you vote for, but it's like the bigger issue is you want people to suffer. You want people to be hurt and destroyed, and I'm not. I don't want that. That sucks. That's a bad attitude, you know? That's a really shitty worldview. Yeah, that's my rant about current events. Shit sucks, and it's gonna get suckier. But there are a lot of good people doing what they can. So, you know, pay attention to the news. Pay attention to what people are trying to do to make things better. You know, all evil needs to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Kind of keep that in mind. I say, not leaving the house when I don't have to, and having no real sizable resistance to any of this either, I guess. So, I don't know. It's a wild situation. As somebody who's lived through unprecedented times, I would really like to not live through them anymore. But I also understand that the systems that create these unprecedented times haven't really changed and will thus continue to create unprecedented times. It's a wild and horrible thing. This situation we found ourselves in. And like, the dumb thing is, like, there's still a lot of cool stuff happening. There's still a lot of good things happening. But it's just like, for me, it's been kind of overshadowed by like, I don't know, John Mulaney had a really, really funny observation story during President Trump's first term, where he basically described it as like a horse in the hospital. And I feel like that was a really good description. And I feel like it's even more apt now, actually. Like, it is, I don't know, it's wild that The guy literally said he'd waste a lot of time just getting revenge and doing whatever he wanted, and then people are upset that that's what he's doing and it's hurting them. Like, I don't know. Like, if you have hobbies that require anything that isn't made in the US, like, your hobbies are going to be more expensive, and potentially you're going to have to quit your hobbies because they're too expensive, or the companies that supply us won't sell to the United States anymore, simply because of the tariffs. That's wild. Like, video games are slowly getting more expensive in the United States, and they would have anyways, you know, like the reports that various video game executives were eyeing whatever price Grand Theft Auto 6 would be, so they could jack up their prices as well. Like, I don't know, that's really gross and cynical. It really is. And that's not because of the tariffs, that's because, you know, some guy in a suit doesn't understand the value of the work that these workers, oftentimes that the workers of a company that have been there longer than the CEO. The CEO probably just got hired because he's some guy who's really good at making things seem good as he bankrupts a company. I don't know. It's hard to be optimistic when literally the only way people become successful is by being like a really scummy sack of shit. I don't know. It's a little depressing. It really is. I'm right there with you guys. If that's your opinion. If it's not, then I understand, you know. We all got our viewpoints. Sometimes okay. Yeah, I'm hearing a guy. But I'm not seeing any guys, so that's good. Oops. Not what I wanted. We'll eat the bread when we wake up. That's the way it's gonna be. Alright. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad of a place to get dirt, I suppose. It'd be really cool. I don't think there's enough lava, but it'd be really cool to just make the entire floor of this area be lava as well. So if the netherrack gets like removed or has holes in it, you just die. And I say that like somebody else is gonna be playing this world. It's just gonna be me. It's gonna be me running around and falling into my own dumb holes and burning to death in a preventable way. But in real life, that's a tragedy. In Minecraft, that's just hilarious. So I guess we're setting ourselves up for a lot of fun in the future. A lot of future fun. Someday. Yep. And who knows, maybe we mine all this stuff out, get rid of some of the dirt, and then we just say that's good. We make some cool netherrack pillars so we can climb up onto this, and we just call it goodsies, you know? Maybe that's a strat. Make it look a little less natural. It's kind of my goal. While also acquiring all the life-giving dirt we can, so we can colonize. I say colonize, terraform. Although if we're talking about like aliens or terraforming other planets, like it's basically colonization, right? Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like we can't get anywhere if we don't do anything. But at the same time, it's like, you know, the worries of people, of scientists before we even put anything on Mars were like, if there is anything alive, we could cause it to go extinct by sending our own, you know, microbes there. And then that would invalidate any signs of life we find if we accidentally seed Mars with our own native life. That would be wild. But at the same time, the other hand is like that's a viable way of terraforming, is to just send microbes and very hardy smaller creatures and see if they survive, see if they take off, see if they can slowly, bit by bit. And I know that's one of the ways that's kind of the long way, is to let life forms do their thing. That's how Earth became habitable, is just, or became, the land itself became habitable, because the seas had life before the land did. And it took random sea creatures, mostly plants, slowly but surely, like, eroding the rock that was the surface of the Earth and turning it into, like, soil, and allowing other kinds of less hardy plants to evolve and thrive, eventually allowing insects to feed off the plants, and causing, like, amphibians and fish to migrate to land. Although I feel like it was fish that migrated and they became amphibians. But amphibians also spent a large part of their lives, like, in water. It's wild that we don't have any saltwater amphibians anymore. That's kind of my takeaway about reading evolution. Reading about, like, the evolution of life on this planet, like, extinct life forms. Like, I wish we had robust, giant saltwater amphibians. It is such a darn shame that we don't. And maybe there never were. Maybe I'm misremembering stuff. But I feel like the implication of, like, extinct creatures is, like, amphibians were at one point, like, also saltwater creatures. I could be wrong. Modern ones can't, because they're very susceptible to corrosive elements in water, which salt water is very corrosive. But I don't know. Man, we can't get up there. Dang. If only I had a pickaxe. Yeah, I might look up the history of amphibians and extinct amphibians and see if there actually were properly. So I don't want to be talking out of my butt and tell you, like, oh yeah, there were saltwater amphibians. And then it turns out there were never saltwater amphibians, period. They've always been a freshwater species. I don't want to fill your heads up with misinformation. Okay, there we go. I figured we'd reach something we've already dug out before. Good. Look at all that dirt. Wait, we already used up all our torches? Or were we not using them up at all? I think it's more we weren't using them up at all, right? But you never know. Cool. Slowly but surely. Okay, so this is empty now. We need to get more wood. And that's fair, that's fine. Probably also want to make a chest just for the dirt. Or whenever we have enough dirt to haul over to the end, we do that. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move all the dirt to the end so we can terraform that at some point. It doesn't have to be next time. And now we've connected the end and the netherizing projects together. Hooray, so now the wolf take even longer. We'll be doing this until the end of the year, won't we? And to think, I was thinking, you know, we'd be done with Mario Minecraft at 64 videos in, or we'd be done with Mario Minecraft at 120 in, or we'd be done with Mario Minecraft at, you know, some sort of number. But at this point, it kind of seems like it's just gonna keep going until I get tired of this. It'll keep going until I quit YouTube. Whenever that happens, you know. It's easy to be really negative whenever you have a big setback. It's easy to be really negative when things aren't going your way. Or when, you know, the vibes aren't right, when life just isn't, you know, when life doesn't feel like a party or a walk in the park, when life feels like it's a drag. But, I don't know, we can, no matter what, you can, what would, these are all planks. Gosh darn it, me. Why would you do that? Okay, we got a lot of birch wood. Good. Guess we'll take the dark oak too, I guess. I don't know. Okay, is that all the wood, or is that... Yeah, it looks like it. Good, good. Okay. Alright. And I mean, we don't really need to make too many more torches, but we might as well, right? Okay, that one was a little bit too far. I don't want to go splat. Really don't want to go splat. Yeah. I was a little surprised. I will say one thing about the Yoshi's Island DS video I recorded. I'm not too terribly sad that it's a wasted effort, simply because I felt like I was getting a little too negative about it. Part of that was I am coming down with something, so like I wasn't really in the right headspace. But also just, it's kind of a pain using the gamepad. Like, I do appreciate every game that lets me just play it with the Wii U Pro Controller. The gamepad's just big. It's big, it's bulky, and with the Virtual Console games, you can't tap the, ZR, because it'll bring up the Virtual Console menu, and I'm really bad about that. I'm just so terrible. My finger just naturally drifts to the, I don't know if that's because I'm just used to playing Minecraft, or what, but my fingers just naturally rest on the ZL and ZR buttons instead of the L and R buttons. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's getting dark. Okay. We'll eat, and then we'll go to bed, and then we'll get ourselves set up to keep doing stuff. Hooray. Hooray. Yeah, sorry this is kind of a more in-between, boring video. I don't know how interesting the next few ones are gonna be, like whether or not we keep doing this kind of stuff or whether or not we continue terraforming the end. I don't know. Like, this is definitely going to give us a lot of dirt, but like, we're gonna chew through a lot of dirt as well if we actually do that. Like, it took a lot of dirt just to make the island we made, and that's a teeny tiny thing compared to both the big islands that make up the Wii U end right there. So we'll see. I really would like to, though, just because I would like to make other kinds of animals, like, not endemic, it's not like they're gonna breed themselves, but, you know, like, just, or they're not gonna spawn themselves, you know. But I would like to have, like, animals on the end. I think that'd be cool. I know that would require us to do a little bit more stuff and make a few different kinds of things, but I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to what we can do. There's no reason to get all defeatist about things. We can do a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, and it sucks that there's a lot of cool things that I can't do because there's just a lot of obstacles. And maybe it's just the way I want to do it's just dumb. And I just gotta accept, like, we're just gonna have the weird little Nintendo DS, you know? That's okay. That's fine. We don't have to expand it. People will probably watch it either way. Heck, I could have probably uploaded the blurry Yoshi's Island DS with my negative commentary, and I'm sure like at least a few people would watch it. Would they watch it all the way through? Definitely not. But somebody would click on it. I don't know. I wish I just had a setup where how it looks on the TV is how like OBS would record it. And that's never the case. It's always like slightly worse, and then if you do anything like change the size or add something, like other than cropping is fine. Like not cropping, but you know, like cutting out segments and just, you know how it is. You take off the front bit that's not in the game, and you take off like the front menus or whatever. Cut off the end when you're like reaching over to turn off the recording. The little bits you use at the start and the end to like make sure the sound's synced up, because you've learned that you can't always trust your video editors or your video recorders to have the sound and audio all synced up. I don't know. Little dumb things like that. But I am kind of reaching a point where I'm kind of realizing I'd rather play games or even make them than like record them, kinda. I don't know, it's been a neat experience. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about what I and what Macs can do. And if Tim Apple doesn't like me complaining about MacBooks all the time, he can make better ones. He can make better software. Okay, so we're gonna stick the wood, and then we're gonna we need planks. There we go. And then, yeah, we should make a... Nope, not what I want. Gosh darn it. Oh, that's how it is sometimes. That's just how it is. And this will be our dirt one, I think. Sucks because we already moved so much dirt here, but it's fine. And now we're doing the opposite of the netherrack experience. We are... There we go. Filling up chests with dirt. And honestly, whenever we get a full inventory worth, we should just take it to the end and make some chests for dirt there. I mean, we've got a lot of chests, so we can just fill them up with dirt, I guess, at the time period. Whenever we get there. Whenever we get there. And we need shovels. Gotcha. I was not expecting to actually use up our shovels. Okay. Fair enough. And we got cobblestone. We have a little bit of cobblestone. I guess we got rid of it? Huh. Weird. Okay. Where's my pickaxe? There's no reason to be like, oh, we don't got any cobblestone when we got it all over here. It's fine. We can mine out this. It's just gonna make it more cavernous and off-putting, I suppose. If anyone's put off by caves, that's just how it be. Shovel. Duh. Nice. Okay. And now we got a few more shovels, so that's good. I'll probably waste these shovels and then call it a day. Maybe bring some dirt to the end. And maybe harvest the chorus. the chorus plants over on the one end island, and then start making plans for how we're gonna shape it up. Like, we could just stick dirt over everything, but I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, it definitely would be the easiest way to do it. But I need more endstone for my project, so we're gonna have to harvest a bunch anyways. And we still have, yeah, we do have torches. Good, good, good. Beautiful. Look at how good everything goes when we actually do stuff. When you actually do stuff, things get going. Amazing, isn't it? Fascinating. Yeah, I think one thing I'd like to focus on going forward, though, in terms of this channel, is maybe instead of having everything be a long, ongoing project, just starting things that are gonna be like one-offs or like one and done kind of deals. Yeah, I think I'm just getting burnt out because everything is like long project and then it doesn't ever end. Which is fine, like, you know, it's cool. It's neat to see how a Minecraft world transforms after, you know, 100 or 200 or 300 hours in. But at the same time, like, I'm one guy with a limited amount of time and a fairly finite amount of sanity. So maybe I need to respect all of that a little bit more. I say that, but like, you know, Cobblemon is calling me, and it has been for a while. So maybe whenever Mario Minecraft ends, or if Mario Minecraft ends, or if the camping Minecraft ends, before I get fed up and give up on my YouTube channel completely, we will play Cobblemon. Or Pixelmon, whatever one. I don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't tried out Pixelmon yet, so we'll see. I know I enjoyed Cobblemon a lot. It definitely gave me very strong opinions of what how cool and how addicting just a Minecraft-like game with a dedicated monster or animal capture and farming element was. Like, it definitely adds a lot. Even if it's not, even if it doesn't seem like it, even if it's half-assed, like it really does. So, I don't know. If any game devs, if any of you are game devs and have ever wanted to make a perverse Minecraft clone, just take inspiration from like Metabots or Pokemon or Digimon or Shin Megumi Tensei. Like, just add a creature collecting element. And it doesn't have to be a Pokemon ripoff. You don't have to make a bunch of cute little critters. But they should, I don't know, like the weird thing about Cobblemon is like even though the Pokemon are like separated by like region and biome, like they don't really seem like they, I don't know, it's weird because like on one hand they do exist in this spot and they walk around, but they're kind of like mobs where they're just kind of there. But at the same time, they're like not like mobs because they don't really interact with people. So I guess make a game where your creatures are as interactable as like a random mob from Minecraft would be, at the bare minimum. Because, you know, some mobs will chase you around, some of them will just run away from you. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of different behaviors, and that's really cool. But still, I do really like Cobblemon. Like, I don't know, it's very neat. It's very addicting. Trying to catch them all in Minecraft. Well, speaking of Pokemon, I guess, like, it's kind of wild that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company aren't going after the United States government for having their characters and music in a video that's all about, you know, capturing people. Like, Ice made a video with Nintendo's copyright and Nintendo Pokemon Company's copyright stuff with the anime song in it. Which is really gross when you think about it, like... Of course, the semi-legal organization, government agency, whatever you want to call it, that was set up solely to terrorize, like, illegal immigrants, people of color, however we want to describe it. Some people would say that's a bit too far, but I don't know, like, you see the videos of Ice brutalizing people? I don't think what I could say about them politely would cover the atrocities that they're committing. I mean, I think using violence against people in the United States is, especially citizens, and you can say, well, they're illegal alien, blah, 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 and it's like, I don't care, man. If you're living here, if you're working here, you're a citizen. We're a melting pot. We're a melting pot country. If you want a white, Christian, dominated country, like, you're an idiot. It's never been that way. It's never going to be that way. Grow up. Like, actually read the Bible and practice what your imaginary friend, buddy, who probably never existed. And I say that as a person who also likes to argue with people about the historical Jesus Christ. Like, you know, I will argue both. I'll argue both sides, that Jesus never existed, God doesn't exist, fuck you, idiot. And also I'll turn around and be like, actually, there's actually some interesting historical evidence for a Jesus, or a rabbi at least, who was, you know, executed around that time. It is interesting that, you know, that the Bible does name drop people who actually existed, like Pontius Pilate. Like, that's fascinating. That makes it seem a little more historical than your average random document making up people whole cloth, like the Old Testament. I'm just saying. No proof a lot of those people existed. No proof that Egypt ever had the Jewish people as slaves, you know? I don't want that to be read as anti-Semitic. It's just like, it is kind of there is no archaeological evidence that Egypt ever had the Jewish people as slaves. Or at least as far as I'm aware. Maybe there is. But I was pretty sure that was like a pretty easy debunk of parts of the Old Testament. And I know that's like low-hanging fruit because, like, there's stories of a guy being eaten by a giant sea beast and surviving for a period of time, and like literally all the science about being eaten by whales or other large creatures of that size is you would lose consciousness very quickly because of the lack of oxygen, because of the heat, because of the weird like pressures of being like squeezed by, like, you know, their throat and stomach and intestines and whatever. Like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to survive in the belly of a beast. I'm sorry. Like, you can definitely live long enough to be, like, rescued if the whale was, like, cut open. Like, there's definitely stories of whalers who were, like, swallowed by whales and then cut out of the whale and found to be alive. Usually those people were very traumatized. Like, it is interesting that, like, it's not entirely ahistorical. It's not entirely a fantasy. That people could be found inside large animals. Would it be after weeks or months or days? Probably not. But minutes or hours? Yeah, possibly. It's not the most inhospitable environment we could find ourselves in. I don't know. I get really fed up with people who say they're like a religion, they're religious, and then don't like actually live the experience. They don't actually like practice the lessons in their faith. Like that always rubs me the wrong way. Like what's the point of saying you believe in Jesus Christ if you're not actually going to like read his teachings and learn from his teachings and live his teachings? Like what's the point? Like I don't know, it's wild. The guy was actually fairly progressive, especially really progressive for his time. The guy was he's a very, like, biblical Jesus is a very interesting person. Like, you know, he wasn't entirely all peace and love, but also, like, the Bible, and this is my opinion, that the writers of the Bible, after the fact, really spent a lot of time trying to make Jesus seem less like an apocalyptic doom preacher and more of like a peace and love kind of dude. And it's like, yeah, it really sucks that people just gravitate to like the more doomy and gloomy parts of his sermons and less of the whole like, you know, we're all in this together. The only way to earn the kingdom is to earn your place in the kingdom is basically to be somebody who would be invited there, you know? You gotta be a good person. Like, it's wild that people choose to be really terrible and shitty. Like, that always boggles my mind. And it doesn't really, because it's like, it's really easy to be a garbage person. Like, it really is. And maybe that's an indictment of society. Maybe we should change society so people can't be evil to each other. Maybe less of a right versus left kind of thing. It's more of a like human nature versus like human destiny kind of thing. Where if we're meant to like live among the stars in our immortal empires, like we gotta figure out a way to not be distracted and boggled down by our little petty disagreements and our little irrational chemical-induced emotions. I don't know. Like, I don't want this to be seen as a rant against religion. I'm not practicing anything anymore. I was brought up Episcopalian, which is a Christian denomination, which is kind of like Catholicism, but doesn't really care about the dogma. Generally fairly progressive. That's definitely shaped my views on things a lot. I don't think I could ever pour out the Christianity from myself. I can't remove it. But I definitely do critique people who... And it's one of those things where it's always really gross because, like, we all have opinions of, like, well, you're not a real, like, Christian if you do this or that, or if you believe this or that, or you're not a real gamer if you play these kinds of games. And that's a really gross thing. It's gross to gatekeep. But at the same time... I think it's a little easier to justify doing that when it's like the guy you claim to believe in, the creator of the faith you claim to have, literally preached against the things you do or say. I feel like it's a little easier to turn around and do that than to be like, yeah, you shouldn't enjoy Animal Crossing because it's baby games for baby dumb idiots. Or you shouldn't play Call of Duty because they're just going to make a new one next year. It's dumb shit for dumb idiots. And I think that's a bad attitude. Like, there's a lot of ways to have fun and enjoy things. So don't feel bad about enjoying the games you enjoy. And if you're of a religion, and you're using that as a way to, and I say using, if you practice that as a way to, you know, inform your own beliefs, inform your own choices, and you're not trying to use it as a judgment against others, then I'm all for that. It's really hard to have moral character, and it's really hard to it's really hard to be consistent as a human being. Our brains are lazy. They make really weird choices based on how they feel in the moment. So anything that helps you be a more consistent, more humane human, like, I'm for that. I am pro that. And if that comes from a place of Christianity or Islam or what's the word for sheiks? Like, it's not Sikhism, that's not it. But like Buddhist, like wherever that comes from, if it allows you to see your fellow people as people, you know, like we're all human beings here. Like, I think that's good. I think that's great. But like for a lot of people, that can come from a place of science, you know, where you read about human evolution and all the trials and tribulations of the human animal, from poking around Asia, living in Africa for millions of years. Like, it's wild. It's interesting that we're still piecing it together. We still don't have all the answers. It's super fascinating. But there are a lot of unknowns. So I'm not gonna tell you like your particular viewpoint is wrong, unless your particular viewpoint is people deserve to suffer. And then yeah, I'm going to tell you you're wrong, because I'm people, and I don't believe I deserve to suffer. I suffer enough just working on this stupid YouTube channel. And this is a hobby. This isn't a career. This isn't a... I don't know. We need more shovels. We can make one more shovel. Oh, we can make two. Okay. Beautiful. I did not know that. We've got 3 shovels. And I think once we make these shovels, we'll probably just take our dirt and call it a day. I'm surprised. Hopefully I sound okay. I do have... I mean, it's kind of short. It's still kind of short, but it's not super terrible. But yeah, hopefully I sound okay. I'll rest up and hopefully sound better next week. Hopefully we have an actual Mario type video to go. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna play Yoshi with no commentary for a while. Until at least we play all the stages. I think that would be kind of neat. I don't think I've played all the stages. I've loved Yoshi's story since I was a kid, but I don't think I've played all the stages. I never really bothered to really map out and figure out where all the special stars are, so I don't know. We'll see. At the same time, like, it is a game where it's surprisingly easy to end a run prematurely, so we'll see. I'm not gonna upload any run where I die. Or where I get a game over. Like, that would be dumb. We're trying to post wins now. We're trying to be positive. I don't want to give a skewed idea that I'm like a flawless person who never makes mistakes, but I think it would be kind of dumb to post a video that's like 40 minutes or a half hour of me just slowly ending up to a game over. So yeah, we're no commentary Yoshi for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and then hopefully by that point we've either figured out what we need to do for recording DS games, or we've decided that we're just going to play something else. We'll probably decide to play something else. I'm kind of had my mood ruined about the whole thing at this point, unfortunately. Okay, I guess we'll gather up this cobblestone. Fair enough. I know not all of it's cobblestone, but the cobblestone is cobblestone, and we will gather up the cobblestone. Yeah, this looks really weird. If I'm being honest, this is kind of a weird place to be. And I mean, it'll look a lot cooler once we get rid of all the torches and it's all like mined out and we've exposed the netherrack to the world. We can make it look okay, I think. Yeah, I think we can make it look okay. And maybe that's the way we like differentiate it from the world, is we just decide to quit expanding it and we just start mining underneath and like setting up the borders that way. That could be a way to go. Just having these gaping holes where the netherrack refuses to spread any further. And then we fill in all the stuff with lava. I don't think there's enough lava in the nether. It's a finite nether, it's smaller. I don't think there's enough lava, unfortunately. But it would be cool. It would be cool to fill this entire thing up with lava. Switch it to creative mode temporarily just so we can fill in this whole area with. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see, we just got the one shovel? Okay. Let's just keep digging. Hey, I'm trying to be mindful when I go on rants that like there's a lot of ways people can take stuff, and I know you can't make everybody happy when you talk about a serious topic. But I also I don't want people to feel bad about like who they are unless they're like choosing to be bad people. I feel like that's the distinction. I don't think being a person of faith makes you a bad person. I don't think it's an indictment of your character at all. In fact, if you actually take the time and put the effort in to actually like live by the principles that are being espoused by your chosen faith, that says a lot about your character, actually. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't put effort in, period. So, I don't know. I think we should praise people who do. Whether it's learning how to program, or teaching yourself how to read, or how to like play an instrument, or just, you know, actually being a good Christian, or being a good Muslim, or being a good Buddhist, or being a good Sikh. Like, I think those things have value. That's part of being human, is what do you believe? What do you believe will help you live a good life? What do you want to do? Those judgments are literally your value judgments right there. Those are the choices that will inform what kind of life you live, what kind of person you'll become, what kind of person you are. And I'm really fascinated by that kind of stuff, actually. Like, I don't know, I'm definitely somebody who like hates humans but also is very intrigued by humanity. That's how I describe myself. Someone who I view people the same way probably people view insects, I guess. Like, not in like my existence is infinitely greater, but it just in a curiosity kind of way. Just kind of like looking and observing and just kind of struggling to understand really what you're all about. It's a weird thing to say as another human being. Allegedly. I heard creepy things. Well, we're not getting any younger. Will you let me sleep? Heck yeah. You can hear him smacking about. Yeah, I hear you. Trying to keep me awake? Giant, stupid, noisy freak. I'm harvesting your bodies. I'm harvesting your bodies. I want your slime balls. I'm gonna make a thing someday. There we go. And then what's the other thing oh hey, there's another guy. Cool. Come here, buddy. Aw, just experience. Okay. So we got more slime, which is good. Do we have any of the spider thread? We do have some string. We have more string. We do not. Okay. We got a lot of slime actually. Cool, cool. Now, this is a version of the game where that matters. I do not know. Where are random tools? Okay, so we need more string. Gotcha. That's not too bad. Let's bring our slime. We have more. We do. Okay. Hey, we even got an ender pearl. Cool, cool. Okay. I want to check out if we still got garbage in here. And then we'll make one run to the airship, and then we will make a run from here to the end, where we'll bring dirt to the end. And then we'll call it a day. Oh boy, this is still full of netherrack. Wow. Wow, look at what we did there. Okay. So I don't need any of that. So, I mean, we could empty stuff out, but it's fine. It's fine. We will need to see if we need more string, actually. Probably should have killed all those spiders we saw earlier today. Oh well. We can hang out at some point and figure it out later. And I guess, too, if we mine things out and hollow things out, that would kind of make it easier for us to deal with the caves, because it's not like we have to fill in the caves if they're like deeper than the nether is, I guess. If that makes sense. I don't know, there's a lot of ways we can do it. So I'm kind of excited now. It's kind of a way forward. A different path forward, but you know, it's a way forward. And we get to keep doing more long-term, dumb, large projects. Which, you know, that's what I'm here for. Oh, that's what we're here for. For better or for worse. I can see my house. I can't see my house from here now. I'm hurt. Or like Ren and Stimpy. I'm hurting. God. Some parts of that show just live rent-free in my mind, and it sucks that it has like a very terrible creator. And on one hand, I guess you could only really make a show like that if you were like fairly unhinged and potentially evil. But at the same time, like, man, there's so many random dumb things from Ren and Stimpy that just live rent-free in my head. And I don't know why, because it's not like I ever watched it as a kid. Oh yeah. Like the whole ice cream sandwich, or the ice cream bar speech kind of thing, just, it's in there. Alrighty, let's put stuff away. I thought we had more slime balls. Oh, we have string. That's good. That's a good thing. And we have more under pearls now. And we have eyes, we have slime. Do we have string? I didn't see where it went. I see where it went now. Okay, we do have a lot of string actually. Okay, cool, cool. And let's make a few more of these. Like, we don't need a super amount, but just in case we lose a few, it'd probably be smart to have a few. There we go. We will put these in our tools. because now we have leads or leads, whatever we want to call them. And then we can probably get rid of. Well, we'll get rid of stuff when we get back to the place. You know, we'll get rid of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good week. If you're not, I sympathize. I sympathize pretty hard. I'm sure my issues are a little more first world problem and pointless than yours are. But let's just keep doing our best, getting through it. One day at a time, one leg and one pant leg at a time. One shoe at a time, you know? We'll either get there or we won't, but life is definitely decided by what happens. And I do apologize for being a little preachy, a little ranty today. It's not every day I decide to talk about something and actually get into it a little bit. I mean, that's not a bad thing. I feel like it's probably more entertaining than me just stumbling and yawning and sleeping. But I don't know. I have strong feelings about what a human should be and what people should be doing. Not in like I want to control everything, but just in a like the way people often are is kind of a waste of their lives, and that's kind of sad. And I say that as somebody who frequently comments on like how much time my alleged side project dominates my life, you know. Yeah, we'll leave the sword there. It's fine. Alright, to the end we go. And when we return, nobody knows. I mean, it'll be next week, so you have to wait 7 days. Or longer if my health takes a turn for the worst. I think I'm rebounding. I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I sound better than I did last week. And I was just starting to fall ill then. I mean, I say that, I don't know, was I? Like, honestly, I didn't really start feeling bad until this weekend. I was pretty normal up until then. My sleep schedule's been so messed up lately, though. Like, I was sleeping at the entirely opposite time that I usually do. And it's not bad. Like, I appreciate it. I appreciate any opportunity to, like, kind of experience a new, like, waking schedule, I guess. But, I don't know. It's always a little rough on the old body, especially when you get older. Like, it takes you a while to rebound from switching from, like, going to bed immediately at, like, 6 or 7 in the morning to, going to bed at, like, 6 or 7 at night. Or going to bed this time or that time. It's always a little rough. Especially when it's not consistent and you have to be awake, like, all night for a certain night or multiple nights. I don't know. It's always a little rough. Switching up things like that. But it was nice. It was neat. Definitely wish I would have used that time, the increased daytime I had to actually do stuff outside. Wait, why'd I come back here? Luppi, you fool. I went on autopilot. I was just talking about sleeping. Oh no. It's fine. We can navigate our way around this stuff. It's fine. We'll end up where we need to be some way or another. As long as we don't end up in a cave. There we go, right? Yeah, more or less. I do not feel invincible running through the darkness. Incidental music. This is the wrong kind of music for this thing I'm going through. Now watch us for the first time, the entire time we've been doing this, spawn and fall off the edge when we have our inventory entirely full of dirt. Watch that happen. I'm not looking at you guys, so don't do anything to me. Ugh. Don't do anything to me. Yeah, I'm not going to bed when I'm done with this. I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna edit this video, and hopefully it actually goes up on time. Because I also realized while going through videos and stuff that apparently I uploaded one of the Animal Crossings on the wrong day. So there was a day with no Animal Crossing, and then there was a day with like doubled. And it's like, oops. And like, I uploaded them on the same day, so it's like, I guess I was just like brain farting. Or the hand slipped. I don't know. Usually I feel like I'm pretty good about double checking things though, so I'm a little surprised that I didn't check. Because you can never be sure. You always got to make sure that everything's in the right spot. That stuck out to me. So that was just a little cherry on the top of like all my screw ups yesterday. Okay, we're gonna fill this one up with dirt. And then whenever we actually start terraforming, we're probably gonna start. I mean, it doesn't matter where we start, actually. It's going to be a pain no matter what we do. I guess what I would like to do is I would like to first remove all the chorus plants. And I know that's a project in and of itself. And then probably, at the very least, get rid of 2 layers of all the end stone. And I know that's kind of dumb, but and it might make things too flat. I don't know. This actually is a pretty neat shaped thing, isn't it? Probably should have made our island literally anywhere else. I feel like it would probably be pretty close to about the same, though. But now that I'm looking at this stuff, like, this is actually kind of wicked cool. It's not all just steep cliffs and instant death falling. Yeah, this is a sizable thing. I guess I knew it was big. And I say big, like, as a relative term. Like, it's bigger than anything we've really dealt with, you know? But, it's not too terribly impossibly big. Like, it would definitely be a project. There's our island. And I would like to turn the little islands, if there are still little islands, like I know there's the one, turn them into stuff. And then the main reason I want to dig down 2 layers is just so that we don't I don't want to put the dirt on top and have this be like buried. I'd like this to be like kind of just a landmark, you know? Like this is a thing that's here. Like we don't have to tear it apart. I would like to I looked at the guy a little bit. Didn't get him in the eyes though, so it's fine probably. I would like to probably do some stuff on the inside of the tower though to make it more habitable for us. And like maybe connect the ship somehow or tear apart the ship. I don't know. I'd have to decide how I want to do it. On one hand, I think it's terrible to tear it apart when it's there, right for the taking, you know. At the same time, do we really need another thing? It's like we always need more ships. Always need more camps and homes. Heck yeah. So we'll see. That is a fair amount of carrots. Now potato me up, my boys. But yeah, I've been gathering up like random sprites just to kind of figure out how they work. I don't know, I've never really like drawn things in that way before. So I'm fascinated by it. So, I don't know. I would like to figure out how to make games as well. Like, before, I want to say like 2 years ago, I was donking around with RPG Papermaker, which is fascinating, but it does have a lot of limitations. It's basically just like, you know, making like Final Fantasy or Paper Mario style kind of games, which is okay, you know. Those are perfectly cromulent games. But it's not really what I wanted for my purposes. And also I kept trying to push the limits of what you can and can't do, and I kept getting frustrated with it. So I don't know. I'd like to go back to it. I do have a lot of partial like game files. Honestly, what I should do is see if I can't get RPG Papermaker to work on the Mac Mini, and then move my files over to that. And that's also just to document it, or to not document it, but to safekeeping, you know. I'm not going to be doing anything with it for a while. Might as well have it in multiple places. That's always smart. But also, if we can get it to run, we could record it, just like we record the Minecraft. So that would be really cool. I could show you guys, I could show you my barely started, unfinished ideas. Maybe we could stream, maybe I could do streams where we actually work on these and try to finish them. That'd be cool. We could actually continue making sprites and actually get better at it. Actually use my own assets, you know? That'd be really cool. That's actually kind of cool. That's... I don't know. I'd like to see that. Okay. We've got poison potatoes. Okay. So that's all we're gonna do today. We donked around here a little bit. What else did we do? We did we put the end stone down and made the chorus forest extended a little bit, slightly. And then we also made the little cobblestone factory. That's true. We did that. And we mined our whatevers. We dug up dirt. We dug up dirt. We made a we're making the netherization project take even longer. But it might be neater, it might be cooler than just placing nether on dirt and calling it good. So we'll see. We will see. I'll see you guys whenever I see you. I don't know why we keep ending these videos in the end. It's fine. It is what it is, right? We're here. We're having a good time. This island was made to be a good place to be. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.